Hello everyone, welcome to Another Day in the Car. I'm Julez, and I'm going to tell you the story of Karlie Guse. At the end of the story, I will give you some advice if you find yourself caring for a teen who has gotten themselves high and is having a bad reaction. Before we get started, I'd like to ask you all to subscribe if you haven't already done so, like and share my videos, and as always, please comment. Now let's get going. Karlie Guse was 16 years old in 2018, and she lived in Mono County, California. And like lots of teens, she had basically a normal life. She was doing well in school until 2018. She did have some troubling grades and such. She ended up doing some counseling and seemed to have gotten that going back in the right direction. And on that October 13th, 2018, which was 5 months after her 16th birthday, which was on May 13th, Karlie, at the age of 16, had dark blonde hair, blue eyes, was 5'7" and weighed about 110 pounds. She had a pierced left nostril. And we'll read what the official FBI missing persons poster says. Karlie Guse, a then 16-year-old female, was reported missing by her family on the morning of October 13th, 2018. Karlie was seen by her family at their residence in the White Mountain Estates area of Chalfant Valley in Mono County, California, during the pre-dawn hours of October 13th, 2018. At some time during the early morning, Karlie left the family residence while likely wearing gray sweatpants or jeans, a white t-shirt, and Vans brand shoes. Karlie left her personal belongings behind at the residence, including her mobile phone. Karlie was last seen by witnesses walking south approximately 30 yards east of Highway 6 and 100 yards south of Sierra View Road on the morning of October 13, 2018. A thorough search of the area and subsequent investigation has been unsuccessful in locating Karlie, and she has not been in contact with family or friends since she went missing. The Mono County Sheriff's Office and the FBI continue to seek information that will assist in locating Karlie. So, that was the facts of the case. On Friday, October 12th, Karlie left school with her boyfriend around 3:20 p.m. And Karlie had told her stepmother that she planned to attend her high school's football game. We don't know whether she actually intended to go to the football game and then changed her plans, or if she had never intended to go. Around 3:30, Karlie and her friends went to go hang out, and they smoked some marijuana together, or what Karlie assumed was marijuana. We'll talk about that later. Anyway, Melissa, the stepmom, had been out of the house at around 5:30, and she says she got home between 7 and 7:30. Somewhere between 7 and 7:30, Melissa called Karlie from a Taco Bell where Melissa was picking up some food, and then she was going to head straight home. And Karlie told Melissa that her boyfriend, whose name was Donald, was going to take her home. And according to Melissa, Karlie sounded fine. So this was prior to the game starting, so it's not surprising that the mom didn't think anything of it. The football game was set to start at 7:30, and she didn't hear anything amiss in the background. Then around 8:15 or 8:30, Karlie told her boyfriend that she wasn't feeling well and she wanted to go home. He said that she was scared, and she started screaming his name, and he grabbed her in his arms and told her that she was safe with him. She was trying to push him away and tell him to let go. She bit him in the side. Then she ran away and said she was going to get picked up by her stepmom while they were trying to walk to Donald's house. And he says that he didn't want to chase her because he didn't want her getting even more scared. It was already dark outside. She was acting really scared and paranoid, and that's why they left their group of friends and were heading to his house, because he was trying to calm her down. Karlie called her step-grandma, who is Melissa's mom, and asked if she could spend the night over there. Karlie's step-grandma told her call her stepmom. So Karlie called Melissa for a ride. Melissa said that Karlie had lied to her. She was supposed to have been at a football game. She told Melissa she was at the football game, but she wasn't. And she said that she was angry. She was at home when Karlie called for a ride. But then when she was on Dr. Phil in March of 2019, Dr. Phil asked Zach Guse, who's Karlie's father, were you there when the call from Karlie came in? And Zach said that he was there. He didn't know what was going on, and that Melissa only told him, I got to go get Karlie. Zach does say that he was drinking heavily that night. We don't know whether Melissa had been drinking with him or not, because obviously they did not expect Karlie to need a ride. Melissa picked Karlie up, and there's a bunch of different things that were weird about that. Anyway, Melissa said that Karlie had originally said that she was behind Highlands, but then she ended up being a mile down the road and she was running. Karlie got into the back seat. She didn't want to be in the front seat. She got in the seat behind Melissa. Karlie was in such an excited state. It took Melissa about 15 minutes to get her calmed down enough to converse with her a little bit. She said that Karlie looked scared, and she said that Karlie kept saying on the ride back that she was scared, and that she changed her seats multiple times, and she was afraid that the vehicle was going to kill her. She was scared that Melissa was going to kill her. By all accounts, she and Karlie got home. Melissa said that she recorded Karlie's voice. Karlie sounded disoriented, and she wanted to show Karlie the next day what she sounded like when she was under the influence. That recording has not been made public. Some people who have heard it say that she does sound disoriented in it. Fox News listened to that recording, which they said was about 8 minutes and 45 seconds long, and they said that Karlie's voice was shaking. She was saying that she didn't want to sleep in case she was killed, and she was asking Melissa to call 911 if she needed 911, and asking, if something happened to her, would Melissa call 911? And she asked Melissa to stay with her and spend the night with her. Melissa said that she never thought to call 911 or take Karlie to the doctor because she was thinking that it was just marijuana. That's her quote. What she was describing sounds like something other than marijuana and could be synthetic marijuana. That does some strange things sometimes. Anyway, she wanted Melissa to sleep with her in her room, but she also was afraid that Melissa was going to kill her in her sleep. And Karlie wanted to read the Bible. She wanted to write. She wanted to paint nails. She wanted to paint Melissa's nails. She was just hyper, it sounds like, in a manic phase or something. There's been a lot of conjecture about the use of the word gone describing what happened with Karlie, but I don't think that it necessarily is a big deal, because if something suddenly vanishes, to me they're gone. They're not missing, it's gone. Like my keys were gone the other day. They were just gone, but eventually we found them. Don't even ask where they were. Karlie was acting paranoid and disoriented, and she said that she calmed Karlie down enough to sleep. She did try to get her to eat something. She made her a salad, but then Karlie said that it was the devil's lettuce and wouldn't eat it. Around 5:30 in the morning, Melissa had fallen asleep, and she woke up and she looked over and she said that Karlie was right next to her lying awake, and Melissa said that she dozed off again and woke up around 7:15 or 7:30, somewhere in there, and that Karlie was missing. The biological mom, Lindsay Fairley, said that she has doubts about their story because they changed the timeline and versions of events several times. Her thought is that her daughter had a reaction to whatever she took that night. She thinks that when Melissa looked over and saw Karlie with her eyes open, she thinks that's when Karlie passed on, and that's why they said that Karlie was gone. But there were witnesses, and some of them actually knew Karlie, and they said that they saw her heading towards the highway. There have been dogs and all kinds of searching. There's still no sign. And now we get to the advice segment. If you feel that a child in your care is under the influence of something and you don't know what to do, you can call the Substance Abuse and Mental Health Services Administration on their helpline. It's free, it's confidential. They're there 24/7, 365 days a year, and they will walk you through what to do, which mainly is keep an eye on them, keep them safe, keep them from harming themselves. With some things, it's not going to kill them or anything, and you just need to monitor their vitals, make sure that there's nothing scary going on there. Get them to eat something, get them to drink something, and just keep them calm and safe and help them ride it out, and then you can have a discussion with them afterwards. While they're under the influence of anything and while they're freaking out is not the time for discipline. But if anything indicates that they might be in more of a physical distress, definitely get them to the hospital. Thank you for watching Another Day in the Car. Be safe and keep those kids safe. See you in the next video.